The bell at Oak Ridge Middle School didn't just ring, it shrieked. For Alara, it was the sound of a countdown. In 30 seconds, the hallways would transform into a swirling river of denim jackets, glowing smartphone screens, and loud, confident voices. For most kids in the suburbs of Ohio, this was the best part of the day. For Alara, it was like trying to cross a highway on foot during rush hour. She packed her bag slowly, her fingers tracing the frayed edges of her notebook. She was 13, with messy chestnut hair she often used as a curtain to hide behind and eyes the color of a stormy Atlantic Ocean. She wasn't ugly, and she wasn't mean. She was just quiet. In a world that couldn't stop talking, Alara was a comma in a room full of exclamation points. "Hey, Alara. You coming?" Alara looked up. Chloe and Maya were standing by the door, already halfway out. They had been the trio since kindergarten. They used to share friendship bracelets and secrets under the slide. But lately, the bracelets had been replaced by group chats that Alara wasn't always invited to. I just need to finish this sketch," Alara stammered, her voice barely louder than the hum of the overhead lights. Chloe checked her watch, her expression shifting from friendly to impatient. "We're hitting the mall before the bus comes. If you're not ready in like 2 seconds, we're gonna head out." "I'm almost," Alara started, but her zipper got stuck. A small, panicked heat rose in her chest. "Just a second." "Forget it," Maya sighed, scrolling through her phone. "We'll just see you tomorrow, okay? Don't be such a hermit." The door swung shut. Alara sat in the sudden silence of room 302. The tomorrow Maya promised felt like it was a million miles away. She felt that familiar ache, the one that felt like a cold stone sitting right in the center of her ribcage. She wasn't being bullied. She wasn't being picked on. She was just being forgotten. She finally got the zipper moved, slung her backpack over her shoulder, and walked out. She kept her head down, counting the speckled linoleum tiles on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, stay invisible. 5, 6, 7, don't let them see you're crying. The bus ride home was a blur of loud laughter that wasn't hers and inside jokes she didn't understand. When she finally hopped off at her stop, the humid afternoon air felt heavy. Her house was a tall, old Victorian with peeling white paint and a flat roof over the porch that her dad had reinforced years ago. She didn't go inside for a snack. She didn't turn on the TV. She walked straight to the backyard, climbed the sturdy wooden trellis like a professional mountaineer, and hauled herself onto the roof. This was her kingdom. Up here, 400 miles, or so it felt, away from the social pressures of middle school, Alara could breathe. The roof offered a view of the entire neighborhood, the neat lawns, the flickering blue light of televisions in living rooms, and the distant, golden arches of the McDonald's on the main road. She pulled out her sketchbook. She didn't draw people. She drew wings. Great, soaring wings made of starlight, clockwork gears, and autumn leaves. "At least the wind listens," she whispered to herself. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the Ohio sky in bruises of purple and orange, a strange thing happened. The wind didn't just whistle, it seemed to hum. A single, glowing dandelion seed drifted upward, which was impossible, because there was no breeze blowing up. It danced in front of Alara's nose, glowing with a faint, iridescent light that looked like gasoline on a rain puddle. Alara reached out a finger, her heart hammering against her ribs. "What are you?" The seed didn't land. It circled her wrist, leaving a trail of shimmering dust that smelled like ozone and crushed peppermint. Then, it zipped toward the chimney. "Wait." Alara scrambled across the shingles, her shyness momentarily forgotten in the face of something so impossible. Behind the brick chimney, bathed in the last ray of the dying sun, sat something that shouldn't exist. It looked like a dragonfly made of glass, but as Alara squinted, the shape shifted. It had tiny, pointed boots. A waistcoat made of moth wings. And eyes that sparkled like a pair of high-voltage sapphires. It was a girl. A very, very small girl. The creature stood up on the edge of a shingle, hands on her hips, looking Alara up and down with an expression of pure, unfiltered sass. "Well," the creature chirped, her voice sounding like silver bells hitting a marble floor. "It took you long enough to notice me. I've been sneezing in your ear for 3 days." Alara's jaw dropped. The sketchbook slipped from her lap, sliding down the roof and thudding into the grass below. She didn't even notice. You're a fairy?" Obviously, the creature snapped, brushing a bit of soot off her moth-wing vest. "The name is Pip. And you, Alara Vance, are officially the most pathetic person I've ever had to watch from a rooftop. We really need to do something about your vibe.